Hello and welcome to Astro News Monthly, where we give you the fascinating news of the stars, the planets, and the sun. We like our news better because we use them as our reporters, and they are never ever wrong. They are always accurate. So let's get into the news for tonight. And it's going to be a very, very busy month this month. It's not a month for sissies. So hello, Linda. Let's bring you all in now. And let's get started with our Astro News. Aho, Linda. Hope you're doing fine. And this is a very, very busy month. This month, it's no month for sissies, like I say. We have a big solar eclipse and new moon on the 11th of this month. That is going to be in Gemini, and it's going to hit around the 19th degrees. So if you're born around June 3rd to June 12th, or if you're born around November 3rd to November 12th, you're going to be very affected by this solar eclipse new moon that we're having. And solar eclipse new moons usually take out something to bring something in. So, and it's going to be in effect for about a year and a half. So these are big, big changes that are occurring this month. Hello, Bill. Howdy. Aho. Now, the Mercury retro is going on now as I speak in Gemini. There's a lot going on in Gemini, and Gemini is the sign of love, romance, children, creativity, taking risks, gambling, that kind of thing. Hi, Kathy. Aho. Come on in. Come on in. And the biggie also is that Saturn is squaring Uranus in Taurus, and Saturn is right now in Aquarius. So that is very, very big as far as rebellion, protest, that type of thing. It's the second round of it. We get, hello, Katie, aho. We bring in the third round of it in December. So we're not over at all. And what Saturn and squaring Uranus is saying to us is that it's time for new change. However, there's a lot of the old that don't want to go on to the new changes. And some of the changes may not be appropriate to the traditional views of a lot of people. So it's that yin-yang pull. It's kind of pulling us out into the new, yet a lot of people don't want to be pulled out into the new. They want to stay where everything is. So it's a huge conflict this year, and it will go on, like I say, until December. We also have the full moon at the end of the month on the 26th in Capricorn. So all the Capricorn people will be able to get a lot out of that. And Venus, I just heard last night, NASA is planning a trip to Venus. We haven't had one voyage to Venus since the 90s, so it's been about 30 years. So there's going to be a nice visit to Venus. It's a lot closer than Mars is, so they'll save on gas. All right, well, let's start with our news. And I know, Kathy, you're a Capricorn. So we'll start with the Capricorns. And you Cappies are ruled by Saturn, so you're going to feel that Saturn pull a little bit more than most with that Uranus. Again, it's go, 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 no, no, no. I ain't going. So the sun for the Capricorns, the major focus this month for Capricorns will be in Gemini. Gemini is the sign of creativity, children, love, romance, that type of thing. But it's going to be in Cappy's 6th house. The major focus for Capricorns will be in the 6th house and the 7th house, it looks like. So that's going to be about career, health, and partnership. maybe marriage for some of you that aren't married. If you are married, it should put a highlight on your marriage and should be a lot better. So the sun will be in Gemini in the 6th house for the first half of the month. Then after the 19th, it will switch over to the gear of partnership. So you kind of have a half and half. So it will leave the career house and then go into partnership. But that could be also partnership in business too. So that will be good. The Mercury is now retro for Capricorns as it is for the world, and it's in Gemini in the 6th house. So that could be love in the business. Maybe you're meeting people in the business and making new friends, or maybe it's creativity that you're enjoying in your career. That could be too. The Venus, which is the love sector for the world, is in Cancer. And Cancer is very nurturing and very caring and very, it's gears the home and the family. So it would be very, very nurturing in that area. It's in the 7th house for you Capricorns. So again, if you're not married, you could get a proposal. And if you are married, your marriage is going to get better. The Mars, which is the ambitious sign, that's where you put your force and your effort, Capricorns. That's going to be in your 8th house of joint resources, money, taxes, spending money. With the Mercury retrograde, you don't want to overspend this month. Remember, the Mercury retrograde kind of stops action. So again, Mars wants go, go, go in Leo. Again, that's partnership. But it's in the 8th house of money, so there could be some tension around sharing money with your partner. But remember, the Mercury is only, Mercury retro is only going to be there until 6/29. So you will have a let up in that action, in that energy. All right, your Jupiter, which is good luck and expansion, and that's what we always look for, is where is that Jupiter? It's in Pisces right now. We're getting a 2-month little preview of it in Pisces, and that's a money house. So everyone really should be playing the Powerball right now. But Capricorns, that will be in your 3rd house of marketing and communication, siblings. It could also be in your environment. That could be expansion and making money in your environment. It could also be through marketing and presenting yourself and going to meetings about it. And you'll have that till the end of, actually till the end of July. So, I'm sorry, the end of June. That will be till the end of June. And then it will go back into Aquarius for a little while. That will be in your 2nd house of money. Still the same thing. And then at the end of the year in December, it will go back into your 3rd house of marketing, and that will stay there till the spring in Jupiter in Pisces, your money house. Okay, so that's really good about money. So you want to, again, play the Powerball. In fact, the whole world does. And that solar eclipse that I was telling you about for Capricorns, that's going to endure in your 6th house, where everything mostly is 6th and 7th. And that's going to be on the 10th, like I said, and that's going to probably be in effect for about 1.5 years. So that's going to take something away in your career in order to put something better in. So that's it for the Capricorns. The Aquarians, your ruler is Uranus. And right now, Saturn is squaring that Uranus, creating a challenge to that Uranus. So that square, like I say, is creating the old paradigm, challenging the new paradigm. It's like progressive thoughts, challenging more traditional, conservative thoughts. And that would be the challenge that we'll have all year. So, and I bring that up because especially Capricorns and Aquarians will be affected by that square all year. So we're just getting that second square in June, and the last one will be in December. All right, for Aquarians, let's look at your focus. What is your focus on this month? It looks like 5th house and 6th house stuff. So 5th house is about romance, love, children, that kind of thing, creativity, recreation, the games you want to play. It's that kind of situation. Hi, Rick. Aho. And your Mercury in retrograde right now is in that 5th house. So that could create or stir up some stirring events. It could, kind of throw a wrench in the movement of that Gemini in the 5th house. So there could be some tension in love affairs, or you might want to do something recreational. It keeps raining, something like that. But that Mercury is in retro is only going to be intact until 629, actually 622. But Mercury will remain in Gemini until July 11th. Now, the Sun in Gemini, again, is in the 6th house. It will change, 5th house, rather. It will change to the 6th house in the middle of the month. So you're getting that collective action. You're getting that bio action there. It will be love and money and happy pastimes. Then it's going to go into the career. So maybe you're getting ready for that setup for your career, Aquarians. And the Venus sector, the love, will be in Cancer, very nurturing, very much at home, very much with your family and all those you care about. Very caring, nurturing energy will be in your 6th house of career. Maybe you are changing your careers to something more nurturing, either the health field or looking after people, service in that field of caring and service. So that could be very, very good. You could also meet someone at work in a love situation, and it grows to a love situation. Or you could be running a business with your loved one. The Mars, which is the fire sign, it gets everything rolling. Let's go, let's do. It is in Leo. It starts in Leo on the 11th, so it's as good as it can get in Leo. Now, for the last month or so, it has been in Cancer. And Mars doesn't do well in Cancer at all because you're putting fire and water, so it sizzles out. So it kind of really ruined that energy and that momentum of Mars. A lot of Cancerians had it for a long time in their sign, and now they're ready to see it go. Again, it does not do very well in Cancer, but it does very, very well in Leo. So it will be very fluid in Leo for all the Leonians, if there's such a word, and for all the Aries. It's going to do very well in that, and that's all about partnership. So the whole world will enjoy that more movement and ambition with partners, doing something with partners. And or it could be co-workers too. And that Jupiter in Pisces, which Jupiter is good luck, in Pisces in the money house. Remember, we're getting a 2-month little sneak preview of what it's going to be for next year. That's going to be in your 7th house of partnership, Aquarian. So you could be making money with a partner that you love, or a business that you're in could bring in a partner to you, but it's making money with a partner. So maybe you decide to start a business with a loved one, that your partnership, or maybe in some way that you get married and you inherit a business through your partner. So that could be very, very true. All right. This is Pisces. I know we usually have a couple Pisces here. So Pisces, that you are ruled by Neptune. And right now you have Neptune as your ruler in your house of Pisces and in your sign. And when you have your ruler in your sign, that can be very, very powerful. You're going to have it again until probably about 3 more years. You've already had about 3 or 4 years of it. And it can make you feel a little lost sometimes. Doesn't really reside too well on the earth. It resides much better in the outer sphere. Now, your Jupiter is in Pisces. That's big for all you Pisceans because Jupiter is in your first sign, and that's about your persona, your body, yourself. It's very, very good. Hi, Martha. Very, very good with money. So I think our little Pisceans are going to do very, very well with playing the Powerball or opening a business or doing a business. That should be very, very good. There's one warning I want to give you. When it's in your sign, when Jupiter is in your sign, you can gain weight. So you want to just be careful of that aspect. But otherwise, it's very, very good in your sign. Now, your sun is in Gemini. The main focus for all the Pisces right now is the 4th house. 4th house matters. And 4th house matters is about home and family. So that's where you're going to put more of your impetus on the 4th house matters. So your Gemini sun, as it is for the world, is in your 4th house right now, giving you focus with love, creativity in the home and with family. That could be very, very good. And it's going to be there till the 19th. That could be very, very good with real estate. Maybe you want to buy a home. Maybe you're involving your family with a sale. Maybe you're selling your old home. So that could be very, very good with any type of investment. Your Mercury is in Gemini right now, so again, it kind of throws a pitchfork into any type of movement with Gemini. Mercury retro will be there until the 22nd of this month, but you know what it does. It kind of ruins communication. I would not be signing a contract right now under any circumstance, or it's going to come back and bite you and you're going to have to do it again. So there's no sense of writing any contract right now in a Mercury retro. You also do not want to change your appearance because you will not like it, and you probably will want to go back to the way you were. The other thing is that Venus, your love sign, your love planet rather, is in Cancer, as it is for the world, and it is in the nurturing, caring, very, very family-oriented Cancer. It can be moody and emotional sometimes, but with Venus there, that's just loving it up. And that is going to be in your 5th house, Pisceans. And 5th house is about love, romance, creativity. So it could be in the home that you're experiencing that creativity and that love. It could be around children. Also, in Cancer is pets. And of course, we consider our pets our children, don't we? So it can also be about that too. All right, you've got Mars in Leo. That will be in Leo on the 11th, and it will go until the 29th of July. That's going to be really, I think, much better for the world. Partnerships are going to get back ablaze again. Mars is ambition. Mars is fiery, and it just did not do well for the last month in Cancer. It's a water sign. Just fizzles it out. So Mars in Leo, being a fire sign, it's going to be much, much better for Leos, Arians, and especially the whole world, really. It's going to do much, much better. But for the Piscean, it's going to ignite your 6th house. And 6 is all about health and career. So that could give you a big impetus and boost for starting your own business, for getting more involved with buying a business or selling a business, or just finding a new job. So that's going to be really, really good. And like I say, it's a very, very, very busy month for all signs. Ain't a month for sissies. All right, Aries and Aries rising, you are ruled by Mars. So all that talk we've been doing about Mars, it's happening. So the focus for the Arian right now is going to be heavily on third and fourth house matters. Third and fourth house matters. The third is about communications, and because you have a ninth house axis, that means that there could be a lot of communication at a distance. So that would be nice. Communication at a distance. It can be about siblings. It can be about your environment. It can be about love at a distance. It could be love communications, communications to children. Maybe your children are at a distance. That's in the fourth house matters. They're going to be all about family and home. So again, your sun is in Gemini, again, love, and it's going to be in the third house matters. What I've told you about marketing and communication, siblings, that's going to be up until the 19th of this month. I'm sorry, it will be until about the 19th, I was right. And the 19th, and it will then move to your fourth house matters. That's why I say it's kind of a bipolar type of thing, where usually on the 19th it changes signs. So that's why we have, usually two focuses. So also the Venus for you Arians are going to be in Cancer for the world. Again, that's nurturing, caring about the family, and it's in your fourth house of family and home. So you could be with your honey at home. You could be buying a house for your honey. You could be buying a house together in a love situation, or maybe you are a realtor and you meet a love situation through that. Your family might have a cookout and invite your loved one. Maybe you meet a love, and if you are already, already have a love situation going, you'll spend a happy time in your house and home. Mars, the fiery one that puts an impetus on ambition and drive and force, is going to be in the Arian's fifth house of love, romance, sex. It can be children that might come after the sex and intimacy. That you also have games, relaxation, recreation, creativity. It's all there. Writing a book would be a Martian thing to do. So that will all be that effort that you're putting into life this month. Now, Jupiter will be in Pisces for the world. That's all about money. But for you, Arians, it will be in your 12th house. That's a shadow house. So that things will be hidden. If you're working, you'll want to work alone. Or you may want to expand money, but doing it alone. You may want to play the stock market alone. Again, it would be more doing a business by yourself. Maybe you're starting a business. Jupiter would be very, very good for you in Pisces. And that's going to be there until July. And then it will come back in December and be there until spring of 2022. See, we're all getting a bird's eye view of what Pisces is going to do for us. So again, that would be making money alone. You just don't need anybody to help you with the business. And it could also be a charity drive that you start by yourself. Now, the full moon will be in Capricorn at the end of this month on the 26th. And though that's good for Capricorns, that will be very, very, and Cancers, that will be very, very good for Arians in their 11th house of friendships and travel and community affairs. So that'll help out. And by the way, that that solar new moon on the 10th, which happens to be for the Arians in your third house, that effect can last 1.5 years, and that can bring up secrets. So we might even for the world get many secrets that are brought up. So that'll be interesting. So let's get into Taurus. Taurus, you are ruled by Venus. How lucky to be ruled by Venus. So you are ruled by Venus, and this right now you have Uranus transiting through your sign for some time. It'll be there for 6 years. So that's about surprises. I bet you have gotten some since it's moved in, and it moved in about 2 years ago. So I'll bet you've had some surprises. And that would be in the home and the family. Taurus rules that. So looking at your return, your monthly return, it looks like most of your impetus is in the second house and third house. The second house rules money and finances, and the third house rules communication, marketing, classes, education. Maybe you're going to teach something on Zoom. Maybe you are going to start marketing yourself a little more for what you want to do in your job and making money. It could also be in your environment, starting a new job or business in your environment. That'll go on for a lengthy time through this month of June. The sun is in Gemini. That's love and romance and creation, but it's in your money house for the first part of this month, and then it goes into the third house, which is again marketing, siblings, in the environment, communication, all that kind of good stuff. So to me, I would think that maybe you're working on marketing yourself and making money in a new way. That's what I think it would be, and it would come from the home because you are a Taurian and you don't like to leave your home ever. You don't like to leave your family. Your best friends are your family. All right. Now your Mercury retro is in the second house of money, and that's going to be there until the 22nd of this month. And you know, that Mercury can throw a monkey wrench into what you want to do. And what you want to do is put your impetus in money matters. So you may have a monkey wrench in that. You might, become blocked in trying to make that money. But remember, Mercury retros always end up good. So whatever it's stopping you in, maybe you need to stop, look, and listen before you head out and make your plans. Remember, don't sign any contracts or do anything like that, because you will regret it. You'll have to do it over. Believe me, I know. I have watched it for many, many years, and it's always so. Now, your Venus is in Cancer, like it is for the world. Cancer is about nurturing and caring, and thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. And Venus for you, Taurians, will be in your third house of siblings. Maybe you see a lot of your sisters and brothers this summer. Maybe you start a business with your loved one. Maybe you're marketing with your loved one, or you are going with your loved one to see your sisters and brothers. You could meet a loved one in your environment. You don't have to go far. Third house is your environment. So you could meet a loved one in your environment if you're single. That will go until the 26th of this month. It just went in. And the Mars, which is the fiery sign, where we put our impetus, where we put our force, our ambition, for the Taurians, will be in your fourth house of family and home. I would think that maybe you want to work on your home a bit this summer. Maybe you want to paint it and make it look better and renovate. And that could be all of that. Maybe you get your family to help you if you're lucky. That's going to go until the 29th of July. So that's, and Mars does much better in Leo. Now that Jupiter, which is good luck, is in Pisces. That's all about making money. And that's going to be in your 8th house. Now 8th will be until the end of June. Now the 8th house is all about joint resources, real estate, banking. It's a beginning and end house. It can be psychic. It can be very healing. So that Pisces, you could be making money in a health field. You could be wanting to start a job in maybe a health service orientation, or maybe you want to excel in stocks. That could be for stocks too, or real estate. So I would say, yeah, you're probably going to have good luck. But remember, we have that Mercury in retro. That's going to kind of slow you down a little bit, but it will not stop you. Whatever ideas that come to you during that Mercury retro, write it down. Don't sign any contracts, but remember it after the retro is finished and move ahead. All right, Gemini and Gemini rising, you are ruled by Mercury. And we're just talking about that Mercury retro. Yeah. So that's going to affect more or less the Geminis because they are ruled by Mercury, and affect the Virgos because they too are ruled by Mercury. So Virgos and Geminis get a little affected every year, 3 times a year, by these Mercury retros. But for them, as far as us, the good thing is you get to review. You get to review different things in the past 8 weeks. So you get to dot your I's and cross your T's. And usually when a Mercury retro is finished, it's finished. All right, the Sun, looking at your features this month, it looks like a lot of second house stuff and first house stuff. That's all about the self. That's all about the persona. And the second house is all about your prosperity, your money, and your finances. So it could be that you're spending a lot of time getting yourself oriented with something, and then you go and make an investment this month. It'll be in the first house of persona and body until the 19th, and then it will fluctuate to the second house. So you're going to get that fluctuation in the energy, but it will be all there. The new solar eclipse in Gemini that will hit on the 10th of this month is going to hit 19 degrees Sag in Gemini. So if you have a birthday from between June 3rd to about June 12th or 13th, you could be more or less affected by the solar eclipse than most of the zodiac signs. And remember that it is in charge for 6 months to 1.5 years. So it usually takes away something in order to give you something better. So just know that it's working in your cause. It just takes a while because it's so slow. However, you will be able to move forward. I have good news for you, Geminis. This is going to be a big next level for you this year. You have had many solar and lunar eclipses already. I think you've had about 3 or 4. So you will have for the next 1.5 years many more. And this is a new pathway in your life. This is a new focus. This is entering into a whole new level for you. And this is very, very good. And like I say, it's going to keep intact whatever it brings in and lets go of your life. It could be friends to go to a love situation. You might lose some friends along the way to pick up a love interest. That's what I think it will be. And I think it's been working on you for a while. So, like I say, it's a big, big step to a new level in your life. The Venus is the love sector of the planets, and that will be in money, and that will be in Cancer, as it is for the world for the whole month, and it will be in your second house, which is money, finances, prosperity. It's money that's owed you that could be very good. If somebody, an old friend, owes you anything, you may get it back. If anybody owes you a loan, you may get it back this month. It would be, possibly meeting a love if you're not in a relationship through a work venture, through a new job, through investments of some sort. And if you're with somebody, it could be starting a business together. It will be a nurturing Cancer. So whatever it is, it could be in the health field or service field. That will be very, very good for you. And your Mars is in the third house in Leo. So that could be a partnership. Leo is partnership for the world. So it will be until the end of July in Leo. So that'll be great for partnerships the whole year. The whole month and next month. But it will be in the Gemini's third house, which is, again, the environment. You might meet your partner in the environment. You may, through communications, propose. If you're not married right now, could very well be a proposal. That's where you're going to put your fire. That's where you're going to put your ambition and your drive. And it could be also visiting siblings. It could be marketing yourself. Maybe you meet somebody on Zoom, or maybe you already have a partner that you're working on Zoom with. But that should be very, very good. Cancer, in Cancer rising, you're ruled by the moon. And the moon can be moody and emotional and, but it's very nurturing and very psychic and empathic. Most Cancers I know are very, very bright and they're very empathic. So there's a lot to be said about being ruled by the moon. Now, in the focus for you, Cancerians, will be around your 12th house. And 12th house is the shadow house. It's like, I want to be alone, And you may very well want to be alone. Some people go, oh, I'll be lonely. No, you won't. That's because you want to be alone. It's sort of like, and that's not bad. You might want to work alone. You might have a job that only one person can do at a time. In Gemini, that's in love, children, romance, creativity. You might be working on making jewelry or cooking and you want to do it alone, So that 12th house, to me, none of the houses are bad. There's always a conscious succinction of the energy flow. One kind of flows right into another if you look at the past, what you've been doing through the month. So even though this month, June, is very busy and it's kind of crazy with the Mercury retrograde, it is definitely going to be a mover and a shaker. So that Saturn will square Uranus for the Cancers also, like it's doing for all other signs. We all will get a taste of more rebellion, more protesting, more, I don't want to do that, but you have to. You'll see probably more of the new versus the old, and some will move with it and some won't. That's okay. Everybody has a right to be right where they are. And so the Mercury in retro for the Cancer will be in your 12th house. And Mercury is what you focus on. And so you may be focusing more on, and the Sun, focusing more on meditation, more spiritual aspects of self, reading more. You might want to do things, again, that are alone, taking walks, having moving meditations, doing Tai Chi, You might want to inflict more spirituality in your life, which really can't be done by two. It would be something that you would want to, do sacredly on your own. So you'll have that 12th house until about the 20th of this month, and then it will go into your first house of personal, the body, hygiene, what you want your persona to look at like, who you are in the world. So again, most of the focus is in Gemini, as it is for the world, in that 12th house. But you have Venus in Cancer, which it is for the world, nurturing, caring, and that is in your sign, Cancerians, and it's in your first house. So again, you're going to more or less want to find or make money or find love on your own. You're not going to join a dating site. You're not going to go on Zoom looking for it. You're not probably going to go in a crowd or a group. You're not going to probably take a dinner hour or dinner gathering. You're going to want to do it on your own, So that might be, again, taking walks, joining spiritual groups, maybe doing meditation, and that can bring in a love. And it also, with money, you'll want to do it on your own. Maybe you're a realtor and you work by yourself. Maybe you are a electrician and you work by yourself. So that would be all of that in Cancer by the home. It's probably working on something in a home. Now Mars is our aggressive, ambitious sign, and it is in Leo all month. It starts on the 11th and goes until the end of July. That's where we put our impetus and our force and our ambition. And that will be in your second house, Cancers. So you're going to want to put all your ambition and drive into the second house endeavors, and that's money, making money. That's what you want to do. And you no doubt, again, because you have all the 12th house stuff going on, that's by yourself, making money by yourself. Maybe making your name a brand name. Maybe putting yourself out more into the public. That's what that would be all about. Now Jupiter, which is good luck for the whole world, in Pisces, which is about money. Everybody should be playing the Powerball until the end of July. And then start up again in December and most of the year next year. That will be in the Cancer's 9th house of long distance relationships, long distance travel. You could, with all this 12th house stuff and promoting yourself, I would say you might take some jobs that are across country, or maybe travel to some of the countries that open up. It would, making money through long distance endeavors. Maybe you're doing it on a Zoom situation, or maybe you're going on the internet. So that's what that would mean. And then the full moon at the end of this month will hit in Capricorn in your 7th house of partnerships. So that could, while you're going on your job endeavors by yourself, meet up with a partner around the end of the month, and that full moon can be in effect for a whole month. So that would be more for probably July when you meet that partnership. And if you're in a partner, it will enlighten that energy. All right, Leo and Leo rising, you are ruled by the sun. The sun is vital. That's why Leos are usually very healthy, and they usually live a long time. I saw that heart, must be a Leo. And so your, for the most part, your focus right now will be on 11th house matters and 12th house matters this month. That is going to be, 11th house is about friends, it's about community, wanting to do more for your community, It's about travel. So friends and travel, you might be traveling with friends, you might be traveling to see friends, but you have all of that focus this month. So the sun is in Gemini. That could be in love. You might be traveling to see a friend. That's a love situation that turns maybe more into a love situation. It will be in the in that feature of friendship until the 19th. Then it goes into your shadow house, where you want to more or less be alone through the rest of the month. So until mid-month, it's going to be in the 11th. You could very well go onto some kind of travel or journey, or accept an invitation of travel. Your Mercury retro is in Gemini, again, love sector, and it's again in the 11th house. So there could be a pitchfork in plans that you try to make doing that travel. So as long as it's not in those dates of the Mercury retro, we're right in the middle, you're okay. You probably want to travel, I would say, until the 19th, and then around the 12th, after the 19th, you're going to want to be more or less by yourself. Now, the Venus, your love sector, your love planet, and with money too, will be in Cancer, as it is for the world, very nurturing, very caring. It's going to be in your 12th house, Leo. That's, again, doing things by yourself. But that can be good. You might be taking a walk by yourself. It's not anything in a group. So you may be visiting a friend by yourself. You may be doing something by yourself in order to attract a relationship if you don't have one. If you do have one, it will get better. You'll probably want to do very solitary things. Like the two of you might want to meditate, but you could do it together, but it's still a solitary thing that you're doing. You might want to go more into shadow work, like psychology or spiritual endeavors, that kind of thing. That's all good. Or you might want to start a business with psychology, or doing readings or astrology, or something very, very spiritual. So that would be really, really good for you, Leos. And remember, you have this Mars in Leo. That's going to really be a firecracker under your little tush. That's usually, when you get Mars in your sign, it acts like a pitchfork, and it grabs you in the rear, and it's going to be in your first house. Now, that's all about the body, getting the body in shape. You probably will want to go out and do some kind of sports. You may want to do some exercising, anything like that, because you have so much 12th house. It might be Tai Chi, but that would be really, really, really good. Jupiter in Pisces will be in your 8th house, and that's how you're going to make money. Jupiter is expansion, Pisces is business, and that will be getting back money to you. So if someone took out a loan from you, if you gave someone a loan, or if you invested in something, you're going to start seeing your investment show. Maybe you want to get into real estate, or maybe you want to invest in stocks. That will be very, very good for the next month, actually the next month and a half for that. And then you'll see that time again as we get to December to next spring. So we're getting this little preview of Pisces for all of us to see how it's going to interact with us next year. And that full moon on the 26th will be in Capricorn, but it will be in the Leo's 9th house. So that could uncover some secrets at a distance. You might find out something about someone in a partnership, or there may be a created partnership coming to you from a distance. So you'll have to see how that evolves, especially in July, because that's where a lot of that focus will be for that full moon. It will be for the whole month of July. All right. Virgo and Virgo rising, you too are ruled by Mercury. So you know what that means. That means that you are getting a big taste of that Mercury retro that's going on right now in Gemini. And Gemini is about love and romance and children and creativity and all that good stuff. It's a very beautiful sign about children and risk-taking, and it can be games, it can be risks, it can be sports. So that's going to hit you, Virgoians, in your 10th house of career. So there could be a monkey wrench thrown in your 10th house somehow as we're through the Mercury retro, but you only have till 20 days more of the Mercury retro, and then it will be over. It will be over on June 26th. So after that, you can sign any contract you want. But if you're thinking of a contract to go through right now, probably isn't. Okay? I'm not trying to be negative, but it probably won't. All right, your sun is in Gemini, as it is for the world, but it's in your 10th and 11th house. That's what I see for this month, for the feature of the month. So 10th house is all about career and how you show to the world. It's all about your, again, your reputation. So your reputation will come up. Perhaps through the Mercury retro, someone might say something against you that you don't agree with, and it has something to do with your reputation. So I would just do what you're supposed to do, and that's review. Review for the last 8 weeks, dot your I's, cross your T's, get to the bottom of it, but it shouldn't be too hard for you. And the sun will, on the 19th, will change from 10th house matters of the career and your reputation to the 11th house matters. And so then mid-month, you're going to switch. It's almost like a light bulb switching, and you're going to want to be with friends and social events and more fun and that kind of thing. You've probably said, oh, the hell with the career. I'll fix it when the Mercury retrograde is over, and I'm just going to have fun right now. And that's okay. That Saturn will square Uranus, as it is for the whole world. So you might feel a little tug and pull. Maybe your job wants you to do something that you don't want to do, and you got to do it. No choice. That's what we're seeing really around the world, isn't it? A lot of people want to get more progressive, and some people don't. So there's that tug and pull that we're feeling. Should I do it or not? Your Venus, Virgo, it's in Cancer, as it is for the world, making money with home and family and finding love in the home with family. But it's in your 11th house of friends and community and, travel. So you might go on a trip and find love. You might, mingle with some friends at a barbecue and meet somebody if you're not with someone. If you are, then it can only get better. You'll have good luck traveling together. So that's going to be very good with your love. But remember that the Mercury retro is going to throw a wrench in the middle of the month. Now, yet that solar eclipse, new moon is in Gemini, is going to affect all the Virgos in the 10th house. So that would be your career, your persona, who you are in the world. Somebody might, bring up a secret about you that maybe even you didn't know about. Maybe you didn't know about it. But usually during lunar and solar eclipses, secrets come up. Since it's in Gemini, it might be something about children, maybe something you didn't know about one of your children. But since it's the 10th house, it's probably going to be more about career. Somebody might say something about you and you didn't know that was going around about you. So it will bring it up for talk. All right, the Mars is in Leo, as it is for the world, And for the Virgo, it's going to be in your 12th house. And that is the house of, it's kind of like the shadow house. So you'll more or less want to do things that you can do alone. So it would be doing exercises alone, sports alone. You might meditate, get more into psychology, that type of thing. It will personify or bring in more of that energy. Your Jupiter in Pisces, as it is for the world, is going to be in your 5th house of love, romance, children, creativity. Maybe you want to start a job that's very creative. Maybe you want to do more with your children to help them financially. It could be that maybe you just want to travel and have some recreation of your own. That's going to be possible this month, and it will go until the end of June. And then we'll get some of it back in December to next year through spring. And then your full moon is in Capricorn, and that will be on the 26th, and that will end up highlighting next month your 4th house of family and home. So that will be very, very good indeed. Libra, you are ruled by Venus, and Venus is a great planet to be ruled by. It's very fair. It rules, the scale of justice. They make great lawyers. Now, your feature of the month will be in the 9th house and 10th house. And the 9th house is all about long distance, communications, that type of thing. It will be long distance travel, marketing yourself at a distance, and it will also be included with your career. There probably will be a career move for most Libras. It will be in the career sector. That's also how you market yourself. What is your reputation? That type of thing. Bringing it out to the open. The sun will be in the 9th house, so the first half of this month you'll be more involved with at a distance type things, and then after the 19th you will move into more career orientated energy. That solar eclipse on the 12th or 11th or 12th will hit into your 9th, again igniting that long distance communications and travel. Also marketing, it can be a marriage house too. The Venus is in your 10th house of career, so making money, and again it could be at a distance through your career. Venus is also love. You could find love at a distance. You could also find love in a new job. That's what I think that would be all about. It could be finding love, marketing yourself also. Maybe going on the internet or Zoom and someone meets you through the internet. That could also be that also. And Mars, where you're putting your ambition and drive, is in your 11th house of friendships and travel and community service. So that Mars, that's where you're going to put your effort this month. And that'll be really, really good, because that will lead into next month when you need a rest and a vacation. See, the energy always goes very congruent to the way your life goes. Now, that Jupiter is good luck, and it's in Pisces for the world. So it will be transiting in your 6th house of career. So from what I can see with all these placements of the planets, it's more about maybe looking for a job at a distance and finding a job, and bringing a lot of new energy to your career. The full moon in Capricorn, which is work-oriented, will be in your 5th house of romance, children, play, recreation, and that will go on until next month. Remember, I said that you probably will get some kind of a rest in July. That's exactly what I see happening with that full moon, because the full moon at the end of the month will ignite for the next energy for next month. All right, Scorpios, if anybody can take all this harsh energy of the Mercury retro and the solar new moon eclipse, it is the Scorpio. They are tough. And they kind of sometimes call them the Teflon pans, because they can usually transform themselves through anything. They're very good at that. And you are ruled by Pluto, and that is not a planet for sissies. The sun, most of your energy this month will be in Gemini. Again, children love creativity. And it will be in your 8th house sector. 8th house is real estate, taxes, what you owe, joint resources. If you have a partner, it will be very good for that. It will be, again, what you owe others. It also rules astrology. It rules healing. It rules endings and new beginnings. So it will be very, very good for you in those energy sectors all month. Now, the Mercury might throw a little monkey wrench into the 8th house matters for a little while, but if anybody can take it, it's a Scorpio. So again, the Mercury retro ends on June 22nd. We're in it now. You might acknowledge some technical problems, anything like that. But like I say, it's only going to be there for a short time, and then you'll go back to your 8th house matters, just like it never happened. Your Venus, which is love and money, is in your 9th house of long distance affairs. You could be in your home, which is Cancer, or with your family, but you might go on the internet. You could meet somebody on the internet. You could meet somebody at a distance if you're not in a relationship right now. You could be making money at a distance, teaching classes. You could be marketing long distance. You could be also traveling. You might meet somebody on traveling, but it would be at a long distance. It would not be local travel. It is also a marriage house. You could get a proposal if you're not married. If you are married and in a love situation, you might travel together. That would be very, very nice. Your Mars, which is in Leo for the world, is all about partnerships anyway. So it's in your 10th house, Scorpios, of career and what you look like to the world, what your reputation is. So that will be good for your career, to put your effort into all those 10th house matters in Leo. That could be a partnership, that maybe you decide to go into partnership with your spouse. If you're married, maybe you have a love interest that you decide to go in partnership with. So that would, meet that criteria. Jupiter will be the good luck planet in Pisces, as it is for the world until the end of July. So it's going into your 4th house, and your 4th house is about family, and it's about the home. So maybe you're going to put some money into a home. Maybe you're buying a home. Maybe you are planning to sell a home. It would be very, very good for that. In Pisces, that's about money owed to you. If you lend out money, you probably will get it back, especially if it's a family member. It's all about family and home, so you might want to renovate. And it will be there for you to do that, especially in the next couple months. Now, the full moon in Capricorn will be on the 26th, and that's all about business, but it will be Scorpios in your 3rd house of highlighting the next month, and that will be in your 3rd house of environment, in the environment, siblings. It can be marketing at not at a distance. It would be local, so it would be taking classes locally. It might be marketing yourself locally. But that's what's going to be highlighted probably with this full moon. It will ignite all that energy for next month. And then, last but not least, we have Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. You are ruled by Jupiter. That is the sign that all of us want to be ruled by. That is a happy-go-lucky, expansive, good luck planet. And so most of your feature for this month will be in the 7th house matters and 8th house matters. That is all about marriage. It's all about partnership and marriage for you. And 8th house is joining resources. So a lot of you could be getting married or getting proposed to, or finding an old love that, comes back, and possibly, a lot of that can be from the past, comes back. It would be joining partnership and sharing resources together. The sun is in Gemini in the 7th house until this 6:20, and then it moves into the 8th house of joint resources. That makes sense. If you're getting married, then you put everything together, possibly, or maybe you're going into joint resources with a business partner. So that would be very, very good. It's a great, great month to do that. Mercury retro might throw a wrench into it, so remember not to. Thank you for that heart. It might throw a wrench into any possible preparation for your wedding. But remember, it's just, a transit, so it does change. It will change after the 22nd. It will be no more. So I really wouldn't, if you're doing a wedding, I really would not sign any contracts. I would not get the wedding planner before the 22nd. Because if you do, you're going to have to change the whole mess. So I would not be doing that. Your solar new moon eclipse on the 11th and 12th is going to be in Gemini, and it's going to be in your partnership house. So that could ignite it. It will take something away in order to gain something better. It might take mama and papa away from you to gain a single life with your new partner or your new partnership. It might be a business partner. You might change buildings. You might change where you live, It might change where you practice your job, work in your job. So that could be a job partnership too. I would not take that away. Your Venus, which is the love factor in your life, will be in Cancer, as it is for the world, very nurturing, very caring, and it will be in the 8th house of joint resources. So I would say if you're a little hesitant about putting your money together, if you're getting married, you can do so after the 22nd, but don't do it before the 22nd if you can, because you will not like the results. Mars is the ambitious planet. That is our force. That's where we put our ambition. It's very fiery. It did not do well in Cancer for the last month, but it will do very well in the next month in Leo. And again, that's about partnerships. So that doubles a partnership for all the Sagittarians. You get a big whop of partnership this month. And your Leo, Mars will be in the 9th house of at a distance. So you might, for your honeymoon, go on a trip, long distance, or maybe if it's a job partnership in a business, you're doing more on Zoom, or you're doing more at a distance, maybe getting work in another country. That could be that. Your Jupiter, which is good luck, will be in Pisces for the world. Yay! That's good luck and money. We're all going to get it, but you will get it in your 3rd house until the end of July. And that will hit you in your environment. It will hit you in your siblings. It will be marketing yourself, taking classes, that type of thing. And you could make money doing it too. You might teach classes. That would be very, very good and expensive. And it will end, and then it will come back in December and go until spring of next year. So we're all getting a little preview of Jupiter and Pisces. And I'd say, what do we need more right now than economic abundance? And that's what we're all going to get. We're getting it now. Now, full moon will be in Capricorn. That will hit on the 26th. And for the Sagittarian, it's going to highlight next month your second house of finances. So that makes sense that if you're in a partnership, whether it be a marriage, remember you're putting your money together. That's what it looks like. And then you come into more money next month. And that will be in our Leo. So partnership and money, it all pans out for you Sagittarians, and it looks very, very good. Well, that about wraps up our transits. If anybody has any questions, I can take it now. I'll be doing some tarot. Rita, we'll see. Now, Rita, let's see what is going on for you. And I'm using the Daughters of the Moon deck. Okay, I'm picking 3 cards from the top. And these are, I can't see them. These are the 3 cards. La Lida. And that's making a decision about something. That something is deep in your heart. And I would say it's at a distance. You're making a big decision. This is a big decision. And up until the time you make it, you won't know what to make. This is, you got the answer at a long distance. The moon is in the sky. So it's this month and next month. It's during that lunar time. And you got that answer. Like I say, the light is in your hand. It's in your lap. And this one is, again, making a decision. So we'll see. You got to tell me what that is, okay? But you're going to be okay making that decision. All right, let's see. Does anybody else have a question? Question anybody? Let's see, I don't know if Linda's still on or not. Linda, do you have a question? Rick, do you have a question? Let me get to the end here. Hi, Katie. Hi, Kathy. Mr. William. Judy. Oh, Judy. Didn't see you creep on. Okay, anybody else with a question? Anybody else? Just looking here. Hi, Jennifer. Anybody else getting to... Let's see. Okay, Jennifer. How is work next month? Okay. Jennifer, you're that sad. You're getting all that partnership. Wow. Okay, we're shuffling this deck here, and I'm going to pick the first 3. Any words of advice? Okay, I'll get back to you all. I'm doing Jennifer right now. Okay, Jennifer, you got all that. I would be surprised if you don't start up some kind of a partnership with all that partnership stuff. These are the cards you got, okay? So this is fire. This is bringing in all that fire from Leo, okay? That's very fiery. And that could be meeting a male. This one is jumping for joy. It's ecstatic. It's a happy situation. It is a separate situation, not with a group of people, but with yourself. But you're making, you're jumping for joy. You know, like, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's with a group of people. And then this is very safe and protective in the home. I don't know if you've been thinking of looking at another home, but that could be a card for real estate. So in answer to your question for your business, I would say that there's a lot of fire going on, and it should be very good. It ends up with the protection in the home and taking care of your home. Okay, let's see who else has a question here. Okay, Olga, is my cup business going to take off? Well, I remember aren't you a Scorpio? I remember for Scorpio you had some good stuff over there with business. Okay, I'm going to shuffle for you, Olga. And we're taking the first three off the top. Okay. This is in the now. It's not in the future, it's in the now. So the next two cards I pick will be telling you what it's about. This is foreign. This is at a distance. So, and I don't know, but does your business have anything to do with symbols? Because this could be symbolic or with different ethnic quality to it, something like that. But this is at a distance. And that could be working at a distance or possibly getting business at a distance. And this one is, again, similar to that, but that's something very spiritual. It's something you've been asking for, something you've been putting your whole attention to and asking the higher forces for. So you're getting what you want through prayer and also visualization. So I hope that helps. But you should do very, very well. And you had some good planets for, especially the Jupiter and Pisces. That's great. Okay, let's see. I keep flipping on Beverly, but I can't get your question. So thank you, Donna. I love you too. Hello, Bree. Okay, Albert, let's see. Hi, Laurencia. Good to see you. Hi, Sharon. The trouble with this way of doing it on Messenger is when you go to it, it wants to flip you off. Okay, hi, Albert. Okay, I'm trying to get back to Beverly. If I can. Oh, gosh. Okay, timing of my mother passing. Well, I don't really feel like anybody can really time that, but let's see how she's doing. We could ask that. And I think your mom's a Leo, isn't she? Isn't she a Leo, Bev? Okay, Beverly. Yes, my mom is passing. Time involves the moon phase. Okay. Let's pick the cards for your mom, okay? And whatever comes up, but I don't always guarantee telling a time of death because I kind of feel like that's something only the Force knows. Okay, you got the sun, that's Leo. So we're talking about the right person. Leo is ruled by, the sun. So that would be a sun force. If I'm correct and your mom's a Leo, I can't remember, but I think she is. Your mom has so much vitality. I bet she's very aged. I bet she's at a very long age because Capricorns and Leos have a lot of fortitude in staying alive on the earth plane. This is union. I mean, although it looks like intimacy, it's really union, and it can be union with the cosmos. It can be union with the Creator. So that would, to me, it can be love and intimacy, but it can also be union with, the Creator. And this card would specify more of a colder weather sets in. I don't know. This could be a death, but it shows a 4 to me, so that would be 4 days to 4 weeks. I would say maybe that. Let me know how your mom is doing, okay? That's just a ballpark figure. All right. Okay, Katie. Let's see, it flips again. Rats. Is it a successful month? Okay. Katie. Thank you, Bev. She gave me a thumbs up there. Must have said something right. Okay, I feel so lost and confused. This is Katie, our little Pisces. And then I'll do some cards on Katie, okay, because I lost it again. Darn, they got to come up with a better way to see this feed. Okay, I'm just going to do on Katie. Finding a new home. Oh, okay, Katie. Now, I think in your astrology, because when I was doing it, I was thinking of you and Beverly. It really has a lot to do right now with the Mercury retrograde in you. You do have that Jupiter, remember? I'm going to do the cards. But you have the Jupiter, remember? It's in your sign. So you don't give up. But that Mercury retro is throwing a fork into all your force there. Okay, so you're in the Mercury retro now. I would hang it up. I wouldn't even sign a contract if I were you right now, Katie. I'd wait until the 22nd. But let's do the cards, okay? Okay. All right, this is fire. This is fire, so that would be that could be the Mars in Leo. This is all about the fire sign. So I would say in July you're going to have much better luck. Don't give up. The next card you have is great peace and contentment. It's a beautiful home that you find. Something that I do feel will be invoked in nature. And could have something to do with new friends or a partner. That is more of a social card. So I would say that, you could have meet new friends where you move. So definitely shows a move with all that Jupiter in Pisces. Just be careful not to gain weight. But, you are going to get what you want. And I think it's more after the Mercury retro, more into the fire, which Mars goes into Leo, which is all about fire. So I wouldn't give up. Just keep looking. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions. Okay. Katie says the Mercury retro is so intense. Yes, it is. Yep, yeah, I felt it. Okay. Yes, Beverly says mom's a Leo. You're welcome. Laurencia, am starting, see, it flips again. Okay, you're starting something here. Okay, Laurencia, starting 2 new businesses. You are about, my hat is off to you, Laurencia. You are about the most productive woman I know. She's always doing something with businesses, and they're always very, very well planned out and good. My hat is off to you. Laurencia, you're starting 2 new businesses. Is that going I guess to be okay. Again, it flipped. All right, let's pull some cards for Laurencia and see what happens. But all in all of you should be okay with this Jupiter in Pisces. It is great for the world. Okay, Laurencia, we're going to pick the first 3 cards. All right. Okay, the first card that comes up. This is a little cautious. Read the dotted line, and you remember you're in Mercury retro right now. This is kind of throwing caution. Run something by the lawyer if you can, if you have something written. And again, you don't really want to sign any contracts till after the 22nd. This is the next card you got. I think, again, like Katie, after the 22nd, you're doing real fine. You got, this is peace. This is conjoined with all that there is, conjoined with, you know, the cosmos, the forces that are with you, the God within, you know. So it looks very, very peaceful. I'm not sure what the, it feels like a service to me, but it would be in harmony with service. And then you have this card. And this is like the shouting of Eureka. It's a little graphic, but these cards were done in the hippie era, and they were done all by women. But she's shouting Eureka. So it looks to me like in a 3 to a 4, I'd say 3 days to 4 weeks, you're going to see some very good results in your 2 businesses. But watch out with that Mercury retro. And you had that lawyer card, so I would seek out a lawyer with any paperwork that you have at the present. All right. Let's see if there's any other questions that I see. Teresa. Let's see. Again, it flipped. What's happening in Libra financially? Okay, we'll do, Libra's all about 9th and 10th. So it would be about travel, and it would be about your career and at a distance, stuff at a distance, marketing at a distance, that type of thing. But let's do a shuffle for Teresa. Okay, you're ruled by Venus, so you shouldn't have too bad of luck. This is very successful. This is cementing in some relationship or some contract that's bringing it to the full fruition. So if you're looking for a job, you will find one. If you're signing a contract, this is a group situation. If you are not in a group right now, you will be. This is sharing the wealth. That could be Powerball, so I would not look past the Powerball. And this would be out in the public. This would be a job or work in the public. It could be service field. It could be working with nature. It could be working with a group of people, you know, something like that. So that would be what I see for that. And you can replay. I'll replay the thing, and you can get your replay there. Well, let's see. Any other questions? Linda, okay, could you please pull a card for me? All right. All right, this is for Linda. Okay, Linda, this is getting your water, you know, that you will find peace by water, contentment. You know, if you're by water, then you're at the right place. If you're not, it's suggesting to get near water. That's where you feel the best. I know we all feel very good with positive ions. This is your second card. Again, nature, that's containing yourself a bit. Don't fly off the handle. Containing and restraint. That's what that card's all about. However, you do see the nature there, so it's still saying that, you know, being with nature would be the best thing for you at this point. And look at this. This could be a partnership. This could be a work partnership, or it could be coming into a personal partnership, whichever you're lacking right now. It's about finding the union between each other, finding the union as one. So if you're with somebody right now, maybe it goes to the next level. I would think it would with that card. So good luck to you. All right, any other questions? I don't see any other, Katie. Okay, well, I think that's it. And I thank you for being with me. We had a really nice group tonight, nice and cozy. And I hope to see you again next month when we do our Astro News Live Monthly. Thank you for being with me, and I wish you a very beautiful month ahead. Try to get through that Mercury retro with grace and ease. Aho, ashe.